The Bible says that while Abraham was living in the countryside over here, his nephew Lot was living in the luxurious city of Sodom. A city so great, the Bible compares it to the Garden of Eden. But things are about to get pretty ugly in paradise. And it all starts with 3 men visiting Abraham at his campsite in Mamre. Except they're not men. 2 of them are angels, and get this, one of them is God himself. Even though they look like men, Abraham knows better. He bows before God and makes him and the angels the best cut of steak he has, and they eat it. After they eat, God promises Abraham again that Sarah will have a son. Then the 2 angelic men dismiss themselves from the feast and begin to walk towards Sodom. Abraham's probably thinking, cool, my nephew Lot will get a chance to meet real angels. But God has some bad news to share with Abraham. The citizens of Sodom have hurt so many people. I have no choice but to destroy that evil city. Probably because he was concerned for his nephew, Abram tried to bargain with God. And as a result, God agreed to not destroy the city if there were 10 good people found in Sodom. With this agreement in mind, God departed from Abram and made his way toward Lot. But meanwhile, a mob was forming in Sodom, around Lot's house. The people of Sodom wanted to hurt the angels who had just arrived at Lot's house, but Lot wouldn't let the people in. Instead, he does something so horrible. Lot offers his daughters to be hurt by the evil men of Sodom instead. This really shows just how depraved mankind can become. But God's angels didn't let it happen. They struck the angry mob with blindness, and by God's grace, pulled Lot and his family out of the city because God had just arrived and he wasn't happy with Sodom or her neighboring city Gomorrah. Lot and his family were allowed to flee to Zoar and were told to never look back. But as they do this, the Bible records one of the strangest verses in all of Scripture. Then the Lord rained fire and brimstone on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. This word, the Lord, in the original Hebrew is actually the name for God, Yahweh. So then how is it possible that Yahweh rains down fire from Yahweh? Even though God is one, he is revealed in more than one person. In this story, Yahweh in the flesh calls out to Yahweh in the heavens to bring judgment against these evil cities. This is why the idea of Jesus being 100% man and 100% God shouldn't have been so strange to the Jews when he arrived 2,000 years later. Because of God's judgment, no one ever lived in these cities again. Also, Lot's wife got turned into a pillar of salt because she looked back even though the angels told her not to.